Today's video is going to be about the different emotions and feelings in the air. Specifically, the emotion and feeling of death. It's crazy because I think I've been wearing a hoodie on my head for like 3 days straight. And I don't know if this is like the anniversary time of Trayvon Martin. I know that I was home last night and there was a documentary being streamed that was about Trayvon Martin. And it was crazy. It was like, it clicked. You know, he had his hoodie on. He died in a hoodie. And I've been having a hoodie on for the last couple of days. And not only have I had a hoodie on for the last couple of days, I've been bringing a lot of death cycles within myself. Now, the way that I apply death is a pretty simple thing. It is the killing of one's ways and then the start of something anew. Or new. I knew, so you can see that connection, people. My point is, you know, I made a couple posts, some personal, some just pertaining to the things that I'm feeling around us. You know, structure, support, foundation. And this is important because we're talking about foundation because we're only as good as our frame, our build, our model. You know, everything around us upgrades. These cars upgrade. These clothes upgrade. This technology upgrades. But are you upgrading? And if you are upgrading, how? How are you upgrading your build? How are you handling the death in the air? It's crazy because Trayvon Martin's energy is in the air, and just the energy of injustice, the energy of this shit just ain't fair. I feel it. And we're gonna bring a lot of things to surface during that emotion or that feeling. Now, I don't really follow astrology as much as I should. You know, I could give you reference points. I don't really follow a lot of the different spiritual movements and beliefs that a lot of other people do. I just feel some shit. I go by what I feel. If I'm emotional right now, there gotta be something that making me emotional. I pay attention to the day, I pay attention to the time, I pay attention to what happened yesterday, I pay attention to what happens tomorrow. It's a lot. I pay attention to a lot of things. But needless to say, how are you handling all these different emotions right now? Are you stepping out of pocket? Are you becoming a part of the energy that you're upset at? I know oh too well of that problem. Often being enraged and becoming the thing that you're enraged at. Sometimes it takes silence. Sometimes it takes a vowel. A-E-I-O-U. Sometimes it takes a vowel of silence to be able to find one's speech. And we're going to continue this wave, this frequency of killing one's old ways and becoming anew, and as best way we can. And that would consist of not letting our emotions get the best of us, as in my case as well, and riding one's death with the understanding that this is a part of one's ascension. This is a simple but deep idea. We need to ride one's death with the understanding that these are the steps in the ways of ascension. Now that we're on the topic of death, I want to also speak on physical death. What I was speaking on prior was more of emotional death, being able to purge one's feelings from the past that's holding one back from the present. This is what I was speaking on: purging or freeing or killing one's emotional burdens or restrictions by no longer allowing individuals or objects or things to hold weight or pressure or density on them. But now we're going to talk about the physical death. I know in this world, shit gets hard. It gets so hard that it feels like you want to break. But let's ask this question. When a bottle breaks, shatters, do you put that bottle back together? Or do you have to transfer that energy into a new product? I want you to ask this question to yourself. If you were to shatter yourself, break yourself up in pieces, do you think that you would be the original product that broke? No. Can't be. And this is what I'm trying to help you guys understand. A lot of us want to seek, I don't want to use the word suicide, but what's a word that we can use to define a positive polarity from what suicide is? Suicide has been tarnished, so let's not use a tarnished term. Relief. Gets to the point where life is so much pressure and so much weight and so much burden that all we ask for is relief. Now, we normally get relief in what? Hopefully, people, family, friends. But what happens when those family and friends aren't there for you? Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, list goes on. What happens when you don't have these people? What happens when you don't have those things that you found relief in? The drugs, can't afford it. The cars, can't afford it. The women, can't afford it. What happens when you don't have these relief systems anymore? You often shatter, break, because you feel as if these things make it. You feel as if these are the things that define you. We have to say today that we would no longer allow objects, people, things to define us, to shatter us, to break us, to pull on us, to push on us. We're going to now take back control of the one thing that we have, our body. I have it. It's here. And because I have it, I want to make sure I take care of it. Now, I'm not saying be perfect, because that is a hard road to fulfill. But we can work to perfection. And we can take the one thing that we have, our body, and think of it as literally the one thing we have. So if we get rid of it, suicide, then where do you think you're gonna go? I want to ask this question. When you no longer have a body, and yes, you believe that you potentially obtained a level of intelligence, you might even perceive yourself as what we would define like a high council, an Elven, or a Nephilim, or who are these titles, okay? The titles of the astro. Do you have these titles here? I'm aware that we bring energies with us. I'm aware that we often conclude that we even believe that we are wholeheartedly these energies. But is that your title here? And if that's not your title here, then what should we focus on here? Your title. My name is Quentin Marcus Reeves. That's my title. It has definition behind it. It has meaning behind it. You can break it down. My point is, let's try to make this simple, guys. You need to bring all of this intelligence, all of this light, all of this dark, bring it here, because we are the twilight zone. And in the twilight zone, anything is possible. Understand that we are going to bring physical infinity, or heaven, or Eden. These were ideologies that were not real. But these can be ideologies or ideas that are very real if we consciously agree on them, bring them to light in what we define new earth, new pitch, new tone, new key. Sometimes my key can be off. I come from a dark and light cycle, but I'm working on making sure one doesn't get the best of me. Allow me to be the example of what not to do when I do wrongs. Allow me to be a beacon of light to not allow you to be misled or lost. When one dies, you enter your mental state. This is all the projection of one's mind. And if one's mind cannot perceive one's death, then one's mind cannot perceive a reality in one's death. Your death is a direct connection to you disconnecting from physicality. Suicide is a direct reflection of disconnection from physical reality. Now, can you influence physical reality? Sure. But can you affect with vibration, with will? Can you will in a reality? No, you cannot. So if you have all this information and all these skills and all these talents, no matter how hard it has gotten for you, you must still figure out how to muster up enough strength to hold on to the one thing you have. Because then when you have this one thing and you hold it and take care of it, maybe someone else would see that and hold on to theirs and take care of theirs. And then we have a world full of people that hold on and take care of themselves. And then maybe they'll start holding on and taking care of others. I don't think you understand the science of what I just did, people. This is an X. This is my X. It is morphing and coming out to you. This is how you morph an X into a cross. This is how you truly give out your Christ, your light, your information, your crystal. I appreciate you guys for viewing. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. Peace and blessings.
you